most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together, we're one of the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, we're going to talk about 4 core exercises to help you reduce back pain and improve your agility and balance. This was provided by who, Brad?
Well, Tom Brady's trainer.
Sure.
Alex Guerrero.
We're not sure how to say it, but we think it's Guerrero.
Right. So apologize if we don't have that right. But, you know, it's always nice to get some new stuff and get new things from people at
Some
the
new
top.
ideas, right? And, you know, Tom Brady's 42 years old, still a quarterback with the New England Patriots.
And playing at
still
a pretty
playing
high
at a
level.
high level, at the highest level. And really amazing story.
It is, right.
And these are some of the things that he does to help keep him in the game.
Right, right.
So
do we want to...
Oh, by the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free. You upload every day. Also, yes, we're always giving something away. So you want to join us on our website, bobandbrad.com. Go to the giveaway section or go to Bob and Brad on Facebook. It's also pinned to the top of the page. We're going to show you in a minute what we're giving away.
Oh, yeah.
But also, if you're tired of us rambling on, just join us on Instagram or on Twitter. We do a shortened version of this program on there.
Ultra short. So, Bob, like I was just mentioning, it's nice to get exercises from people who are really at the top of their game, at the top of the whole,
field.
Yeah, the field, things that are coming up new. And this whole idea of using resistance bands is what Tom Brady is doing. And I've been using them for well over a year, about a year and a half, and saying, so have you, and a lot of other people are.
A lot easier on the joints,
right.
Especially as we get older, and it just still does the job, building muscle and core.
As well as balance and core, and like you had mentioned. So what we're going to use, we have people ask us, what kind of bands should you use?
And we've been liking the Body Elastic.
They're the best. And I've used quite a few bands in the last year and a half.
We have no agreement with them. We have no affiliation with them. But their bands are anti-snap, so they actually have a little, what would you say that is?
It's a little cord that if it does snap, it prevents the band from hitting you,
right?
And it's painful because I've had that happen with a different manufacturer.
The other thing is they have really great handles.
Oh, I really like the handles.
Superior handles. Which leads us to what we're giving away. We're giving away the wall anchor. Brad and I invented this. This is a clip that you can basically put on your wall, screw into the wall, screw into the stud, and you can do a multitude of exercises by attaching to this. And this is strong. We had this tested. You could 800 pounds on the end part of it. On the middle part went over 1,000, didn't it, Brad? I think the gauge broke.
It's not gonna. Bob and I both hung on there. I've done all kinds of acrobats on there. It's not gonna break, but you have to put it into a stud.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Brad, why don't we start with the exercises?
This is the rambling on part. They want to get to the exercise. So for the exercise, you can use one of these loops, the heavier duty loops. And that works well. If you don't have that and you just happen to have your bands, you can just make a loop by simply
taking 2 of them together.
Yep, 2 of them together, and there we go. So that's what I'm going to use. So,
and they don't have to be the same colors.
No, that's the nice thing.
You happen to have 2 red ones.
You can adjust it so that depending on what color, what resistance you like. We're going to start out with the lateral resisted bird dog. Can you imagine that?
This is a great exercise for the back, Brad, by the way, if you don't mind me talking.
Yeah.
This thing, what you're doing is you're stabilizing, you're working on the core strength of the back while you're moving the arms. And that's what you're doing in life. You want to make sure the back is stable while you're moving your arms or while you're moving your legs.
So simply, if the right arm goes out and points and you're looking straight ahead, and the opposite leg straightens, and you'll see I'm a little tippy here. This is where you also get some balance component benefits. And then we're going to go the other arm.
So look at how many muscles he's working. He's working all the back muscles, the postural muscles. He's working, the opposite side of muscles here too. Yeah. But he's working some leg muscles too at the same time. Great overall strengthening exercise.
And you're going to take them slow like this. You're not going to just whip them off because you want to work on that core and all these muscles with good balance. And you do 10 on this side, and naturally you got to do 10 on the opposite side.
If you're new to our program, you maybe don't know this. Brad has spondylolisthesis, grade 2. He's a spondy patient. pretty severe. And I've always said this in admiration of Brad. If he wasn't a therapist and didn't know what he was doing, I think he'd be literally disabled now. And he does triathlons, he does long biking, he still runs. And how old are you? 107?
Yeah.
So
I do them, but I don't do them real fast.
no, well, the fact that you're out there, Brad, it's just amazing. Really, applause to you.
Oh,
So
thank
I
you.
think he showed both sides there.
Right.
Okay, that's
Number
exercise
two.
number one. Number two
Keep the
now.
band where it is, and you're going to do now. I'm not a big plank person because it's a static exercise, and there's debate on that. But I do like this because we're doing a plank, but we're actually moving with resistance. And you can tell by my voice, my core is working extra hard because of this.
So again, the back is doing the job of being stable. It's stabilizing. There's no micro movements going on in that back. And meanwhile, you're using the arms and legs. This is what you want to do in real life when
Yep.
you're using the back. You want the back to be stable. And if you're even lifting, you're keeping the back stable while the arms and legs are moving. And there he is again, getting both sides.
Yeah, you really have to do
So-
both sides. Otherwise, you start going in circles.
So again, Brad's become an expert on stabilizing his back, basically almost creating like a back support, a natural one. Wouldn't you
Right.
say, Brad?
Yep. And with Spondy, you want to actually emphasize the strength of your abdominal anterior muscles. But that's another
Right.
point.
Yeah, but
Now-
it's good that they're all strong. I
Oh,
mean,
yes.
Yeah.
Now, he recommends 5 times back and forth, both directions on that. Whew.
Yeah.
a good
You're already
workout.
starting to sweat, Brad.
All
You're
right.
starting to feel it. You want me to breathe hard for you?
Yeah, you breathe hard.
All
I
right.
was reading the article about Tom Brady's got the TB12. Tom Brady 12 is his,
That's his book.
Yeah.
TB12, Tom Brady.
and that's the name of his
His
fitness center
program.
too.
Sure.
So if you go in the fitness center, they brought this up. It's quiet. You
Yeah.
don't hear
No
barbells and,
clinking.
and iron banging into each other
Sure.
because bands are stretchy.
Sure. Interesting.
Okay, so now this next one is the Palloff
Right.
press.
Named after a physical therapist. Here. Palloff.
Now,
And
I really like this because we're working not just core, but the hips and the balance and everything. And you simply hold it out here. Now, I've got a yellow band on here. If I do this with a heavier band, it bothers my back because of the spine.
I was just going to say, Brad, I was going to take issue with you because I just did a video on this and you told me that it hurt. You
I
didn't
know,
like that
but
one.
we had a lot heavier bands.
All right. Well, now
Now we've
oh,
got
good
the-
Lord.
Yeah, I still won't do this at home, but I'll do it for the video.
Well,
for the,
I
for
thought,
viewers.
yeah, I even brought it up to you. I thought, well, could we use less bands? Like, no, this one, I don't like this one.
Why, Bob? Why? This
All
is
right.
what I have to put
This
up
is like
with.
nagging by the.
So we're doing nice squats, good posture, and we're going to do 10 of these. And naturally, both sides.
So this one's not bothering you right now?
Well, I've got the yellow band. It's pretty
Sure,
light.
it's
Yeah,
pretty
but
light,
it's
yeah.
okay.
Sure.
But I still probably wouldn't do these as a regular routine. And I'm not doing 10. I'm only doing a few, but he's recommending 10.
And I think that brings up a very valid point, Brad. Of all these, try them and see which ones feel good
Right.
and which ones don't. If
Right.
they irritate your back, you're not going to do them. We don't want to have any triggers whatsoever that we bring on your back pain. So we got one left here, Brad?
one left.
Okay.
Now, there's one point I do want to bring up. If you do have the loops fit right in the wall anchor as well, just as nice.
Well, another way to do it, Brad, is to go through the center, right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll do it on this one. I'm going to
Yep,
put it
see, it
through
goes through
here,
the center.
and it really, I mean, that.
And now it's not going to go anywhere.
Well, it wouldn't anyways. But I guess
Right.
it's possible. But so we'll do this. This one's kind of fun. Remember the video we did on resisted running?
Yeah.
This one's kind of like that, except for a little less complicated to set up. Because
Yeah.
then I had bands on the hands and
And
ankles.
ankles. Yeah.
So he's suggesting run like this 20 seconds. So here, with appropriate resistance.
And again, what's nice about this, despite the fact that he's running, the back is staying fairly stable.
All right.
He's getting some compressive forces because he's running, but if you can do this and it doesn't hurt, this is really good for your back. It's going to get a lot of oxygen to it while it's staying stable.
Now you go 4 directions here, 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 and here. And what I like about that, it also works the hips. So you'd get lateral, you get those hip abductors going, which is really good for that lateral movement. And this backwards, it's this one. I'm not timing this, but you're going to go 20 seconds. I'm going to have to take a shower after this, Bob. That's not in my contract.
I just remember in the movie North Dallas 40,
Oh.
Nick Nolte was in there, and he was a professional athlete. Your pants are pulling down, Brad.
Oh my gosh, it's embarrassing.
So anyway, but the coach says to him, if you're going any slower, you'd be running backwards. So the next scene they show him, he's running backwards trying to catch the ball. So
Oh, I think I remember that movie.
yeah, I think he was up for an Academy Award on that. So
Now,
all right, Brad.
one thing I did practice with this, which was kind of a neat thing to do. It's a quite a bit different feeling when you do it from there, as if you get the resistance from this level. And if I put it in there right, I would have no problem. But
Let's
so
do
you can
that.
go on this level. You could even go on that level if you wanted to, and get
run.
that different
Sure.
resistant angle. So
Yeah, there
gives
we
you
go.
a lot of options.
All right.
Wow.
I really feel like I got a good workout,
Oh,
Brad.
Bob, we're running overtime. We got to get to
No,
work.
we're good. Thanks for watching, everybody.